This is breaking news.
Snoop Dogg and daughter Cori talk tight bond. Her stroke at 24, their new reality show, and more. Exclusive. Last January, Snoop Dogg's daughter, Cori Broadus, was busy planning her wedding to fiancé Wayne Duece when the unthinkable happened. At just 24 years old, she suffered a severe stroke. I was celebrating at a party, and then the next day, I'm in the hospital, she recalls in Us Weekly's latest cover story. Family members, including her music legend dad and his wife of 27 years, her mom Shante, 53, rushed to her side. "It's hard for me to revisit that day," says Snoop, also 53. "Anyone who knows me knows my daughter is my kryptonite." It wasn't Brody's first health crisis. At 6, she was diagnosed with lupus, a chronic autoimmune disease. And in 2021, she revealed in an Instagram post that she had tried to take her own life while battling depression. The stroke was an especially powerful wake-up call for her and her loved ones. "I think it really scared everyone," the 25-year-old singer and founder of Chalk Factory Cosmetics says. "You know, a stroke is no joke. It brought me and my family closer, seeing that anything can happen in a snap of a finger." The harrowing ordeal will play out in Snoop Dogg's fatherhood, Cori, and Wayne's story, a 3-part docuseries that debuted on E! On December 5, which also chronicles the lead-up to Broadus' nuptials to Duece. She and the creative director got engaged in November 2022. Cori is very open in showing her truth, whether it's talking about her struggles with mental health or her stroke, says Snoop. "Most people wouldn't feel comfortable sharing their experiences, but she wants to help people by showing that they are not alone," Snoop adds, noting that he's learned a lot from his mini-me. Broadus affectionately calls her famous dad her twin. "She's shown me to lead with love and strength." Tell us about the stroke and what that experience was like for both of you. CB, I didn't even know I was having a stroke when I was having it, because it's not really talked about, and I never thought I could have one. SD, I don't want to go back to that moment. But I know my daughter was put in this position to be a voice for other young women going through something similar. That's why we decided to tell this story through the show. Cori is a voice for other girls, young women of color, and other families going through the same struggles. It doesn't matter how much money you have or how famous you are. This can happen to anyone. Cori, was your dad more protective after it happened? CBO, yes, he checked in more. He was calling me every day. I'm like, "Dad, I'm okay, I'm sleeping." But I love that. I'm his baby girl. He was worried about me, of course, but he's getting older too, so I think he's realizing that family is all we got. And that as long as we stick together and love each other, that's all that matters at the end of it all. SD, I just let her know I was there for her. We made sure she had the best medical care, but most importantly, it was about letting her know that we were by her side no matter what. Did the stroke change your relationship with each other? SD, I'm still the same dad. But my family's dealt with a lot of loss on top of Cori being sick. And it's reminded us to live every day like it's your last and to lead with love. CB, I think him seeing me in that state and not knowing if I was going to be okay brought us closer. How did it affect the family as a whole? SD, it put things into perspective. It also reminded us that we need to take care of our health and listen to our bodies. Cori, has it changed your outlook on life? CB, when you hear stroke, a stroke is serious. The doctors say you're supposed to be here, and that God is not done with you. You have so much more to do. Just because of the way I bounced back. I had a couple of motor skills issues, but speech was okay. I was moving okay. I was in the hospital longer because my lupus wasn't doing well. It just made me appreciate life. How would you describe your dad-daughter connection? SD, we have a very tight bond. She's my only daughter. Snoop shares son Cord, 30, and Cordell, 27, with wife Shante and her son Julian, 26, from a previous relationship. That in itself is special. CB, it's a beautiful relationship. I'm the princess. He had 2 boys, and then me is baby girl. It's a different type of love. You have to be softer, more loving and caring, and more sensitive and fragile.